The goal of this deep dive is, well, to give you a clear snapshot of the key similarities, but also the important differences, helps anyone dealing with international data.
Clarity is key.
And look, if you're navigating these kinds of complexities, maybe feeling a bit overwhelmed, and you want some expert guidance to Welcome to the Cybersecurity Podcast series.
Great to be here.
Today, we're diving into something really crucial, global privacy regulations.
Absolutely. It's a complex landscape out there.
We'll be focusing specifically on comparing Europe's GDPR, the General Data Protection Regulation, and India's newer DPDP Act, the Digital Personal Data Protection Act.
Yeah, understanding how they stack up is vital now.
Definitely. The goal of this deep dive is, well, to give you a clear snapshot of the key similarities, but also the important differences, helps anyone dealing with international data.
Clarity is key.
And look, if you're navigating these kinds of complexities, maybe feeling a bit overwhelmed, and you want some expert guidance to, really boost your organization's cybersecurity.
Which is always a good idea.
Exactly. You should get connected with Sudhakar Kakinada on LinkedIn. He offers a quick chat on how he can help enhance your cybersecurity, take it to the next level of robustness.
Good resource to know about.
So let's kick things off. What's like a foundational idea, a principle that you see running through both GDPR and the DPDP Act?
Well, fundamentally, both are really built on this idea of lawful processing. You need a legitimate reason to handle personal data.
Okay, lawful processing. Makes sense.
Yeah, GDPR spells out several lawful bases, consent being a big one, but also things like contractual necessity, legitimate interests.
Right.
And the DPDP Act, it also really zeroes in on consent, but it allows for certain legitimate uses as well.
So different wording maybe, but the same core concept.
Pretty much. It's like, think of it like needing a valid ticket to get on the data processing train.
Huh, I like that. A valid ticket.
Both systems demand one, even if the specific conditions for that ticket vary a bit. The need for legitimacy, that's consistent.
Okay, so you can't just grab data for any old reason. What about the people whose data it is, the individuals? Do they get a say? Is that another area where these laws align?
Oh, absolutely. That's another huge point of convergence. Both GDPR and DPDP give significant rights back to individuals over their own data.
Such as?
Well, GDPR is, famous for the right to access your data, correct it, erase it, the right to be forgotten, and data portability. The DPDP Act sets up comparable rights for people in India. They can ask for info about their data, get mistakes fixed, and seek remedies if things go wrong.
So it's empowering the user, the individual.
Exactly. It reflects this bigger global shift towards giving people more autonomy in the digital world.
Yeah.
It's like handing individuals the keys to their own digital house.
Keys to their digital house. Yeah, lets them look inside, ask for changes. Good analogy.
Lets them see what data you hold, check if it's right, and have some control.
Okay, so shared principles on lawful use, shared principles on individual rights. Where do they start to diverge? What makes them distinct?
A really key difference is scope. How far does the law actually reach?
Right, jurisdiction and all that.
Precisely. GDPR has what we call broad extraterritorial application.
Meaning?
Meaning it can apply to any organization anywhere in the world if they process data about people inside the EU. Doesn't matter where the company is based.
Wow. Okay, so a U.S. company selling online to someone in France, GDPR applies.
Correct. Even if they have zero physical presence in the EU. Now, the DPDP Act, it's mainly focused on data processing within India, but it does have provisions that could kick in for processing outside India if that processing is connected to offering goods or services to individuals within India.
So it's more about actively targeting the Indian market.
That seems to be the trigger, yes.
Yeah.
It's a bit more targeted in its extraterritorial reach compared to GDPR's very broad net.
That's a critical distinction for global businesses.
Absolutely. And if you as a business leader are trying to figure out how to manage these different requirements, how to ensure your cybersecurity is solid across these different legal zones.
Which can be a real headache.
It can. That's another good reason to consider reaching out. Get connected with Sudhakar Kakinada on LinkedIn for that quick chat about enhancing your organization's cybersecurity robustness. He deals with these cross-border complexities.
Good point. Okay, scope is one big difference. What about enforcement? The consequences if you mess up?
The teeth of the law. Both have enforcement mechanisms, yes, and penalties. But again, the specifics are quite different.
How so?
GDPR is quite famous, or infamous maybe, for its potential fines. They can be really substantial, calculated as a percentage of a company's global annual turnover, up to 4% in some cases.
Ouch. Global turnover, that's serious.
It gets attention, certainly. The DPDP Act also provides for financial penalties for noncompliance.
But maybe structured differently.
Exactly. The structure, the maximum amounts, the specific triggers might differ from GDPR. Understanding these enforcement differences is, well, it's crucial for companies doing risk assessment.
Right. You need to know the potential hit in each market you operate in.
Precisely. Can't just assume it's the same everywhere.
So putting it together, both want to protect data, both give people rights, but they take different paths when it comes to exactly who they cover globally and how hard they bite if you break the rules.
You've got it. It really highlights the growing complexity of this whole global data privacy scene.
It does. You can't just wing it anymore.
Not at all. It demands a really proactive and informed approach from organizations. You need to grasp the core ideas and the key divergences between major frameworks like GDPR and DPDP. It's just part of responsible data stewardship today.
Totally agree. And staying informed, being proactive, it isn't just about dodging fines, is it?
Not at all. It's fundamental to building trust.
Yeah, showing respect for individuals and their privacy, that's huge.
It builds brand reputation, customer loyalty. It's a good business, ultimately.
Couldn't agree more. And speaking of being proactive and strengthening things, one last reminder. If you're looking to really solidify your organization's cybersecurity in this complex, evolving regulatory world, it's worth repeating. Get connected with Sudhakar Kakinada on LinkedIn. Have that quick chat. See how he can help enhance your cybersecurity to that next level of robustness.
Definitely worth exploring.
So as we wrap up, here's something for you, the listener, to think about. How might these global regulations, these different approaches like GDPR and DPDP, actually influence the future? Think about technology development, how data might be used in your own context, your industry, your work, what changes might be coming down the line because of laws like these.
Stay secured and stay tuned.